Hello and welcome back to another Stoke Fan TV podcast with myself, Max.
And me, Sam.
And tonight we are joined by a regular that we haven't seen him in ages. Al, it feels like we haven't seen you in ages. Mr. Alan May is joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for
Yeah, good
another
evening.
podcast show.
That's because you haven't invited me. That's what it was.
Lies, lies, rumors.
Well, look, you can
Listen,
only do so many, can't you? And it's great that you've had other people coming on with their opinions because
I we really appreciate everybody coming on, and it's great to have you back on. And it's like we've got a Stoke City celebrity now, isn't it? Isn't that right, Sam? Because we've spotted a certain Alan May on the official Stoke City Facebook page. What was he doing, Sam?
Yeah, there's been a story on the Stoke City website about Al and his flags that he does for the club and him travelling around the country and Europe and that. I think it's a really good article. So well done, Al.
well, as you know, I mean, I've got quite a few flags, and we had one as a backdrop for Stoke Fan TV for a while. But the club contacted me and just said, "Have you got any flags we can use for the photo shoot for the players?" So when you see the players on the big screen coming out, my flags are generally behind the players on the photos. So I sent them all my flags, and then they said, "We quite like them. Can we bolt a few to the back of the south stand?" And I said, "Well, why not? You know, normally only take one or two if I'm doing an away game."
I've been many games with Al and we've took the flags together, and I think it's great when we put the flags up. I remember Blackpool away a couple of seasons ago. Al,
Yes,
we were there at the
yeah.
end of the game, taunting the Blackpool fans, holding the Stoke flags up, waving them about. I think it does add to the atmosphere,
Oh, it's
and
great.
yeah, I do see it more at away games, and I think it
Well,
would be good to see more flags in the
that
Stoke
particular
Stadium.
picture that we had together with that Cutman Stoke City flags, the one that you shot me out and used as your Facebook profile picture.
They cut you
Yeah,
out
I
of
so
it.
don't
yeah,
know for
that's the
for
one.
the head of a cup, but chop me out of the photo.
I think also I think it was good when Stoke used to have the big flag that used to go above the fans in the stand. They used to sort of like trail it across, and I think
12th
that's
man.
something that we need to do as well at Stoke again, really.
Right, let's get on with today's show. We've only been waffling about flags for the last 10 minutes or so. Can we uh, decide, chaps, how many points do we think Stoke City need in order to survive this season? I think we need to discuss. I think this needs an element of discussion. We'll have a look at the remaining fixtures that we've got coming up. What do we think? Looking back at some of the previous tables, let's look at last season, for example. Birmingham were relegated with 50 points. Then if we take it back another season to the 22-23 season, Reading were relegated with 44 points. And the 21-22 season, Peterborough United were relegated with 37 points. So out of the past, what, 3 seasons, if we go back, let's go back another one just to be safe, 43 points. Out of the past couple of seasons, that Birmingham 50 points from last season's that's quite a lot. What do we think to this season? Who wants to jump in
I'm
first?
going to I'm going to say that we're going to need to get 45 points by the end of this season, which means that we need to win three more games.
You think 45 points, okie dokie. Al, what do you think?
Well, what have we got left? We've got 11 games, haven't we? I think so.
Yeah,
Potentially,
we've got.
just
I'll
add
just
them
see
up.
if I
I
can count
think
it.
that's 11.
We've got Coventry away, Blackburn at home, Millwall away, QPR at home, Preston North End away, Luton at home, Cardiff away, Sheffield Wednesday at home, Leeds United away, Sheffield United at home, and Derby County away. Oh,
Well,
all of that.
so what's that? 11.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight,
There's
nine,
11
10,
games left.
11. Al, you're on the money,
So
mate.
there's
Yeah, it's 11,
potential
mate.
potential 33 points up for grabs. I'm a bit like Max, really. I'm sorry, I'm a bit like Sam. I think we
Mm.
need to, or we could possibly win at least five of those games.
You think five? You think five? You think five? Five will do the trick, do you?
Yeah, I mean, looking at some of the games, I think there's some winnables there quite easily. Uh,
Well, should we? Well, should we have a look at? Should we have a look at who we've got, what we've got in mind, and see if we can't
Okay. Well,
plot a bit of a
why,
thing.
why don't we go through them and each give a prediction, and then we can look back and see how bad we all were.
Yeah, yeah, we'll look back at the end of the season. Well, we've got Coventry away to start with. Now, Coventry are flying. That's going to be a really tough game away, I think, at the weekend. But we do obviously have their old manager. Does that count for something? What do we think? I mean, are we going to get anything against Coventry away at the run they're on? I'm not sure.
Well, I'll say this: we went there a couple of seasons ago and we battered them. Then we went there, I think, last year and struggled. So it just shows how inconsistent we are season on season. I don't think the Robbins thing will have an issue. He was well liked by the fans in their club. He was there for what, 8 years or something, even though he was asked to leave at the end. But
But with his tactics, what I mean is, will he have a tactical edge?
well, he'll know how they play, won't he? And look, it's a 12:30 kickoff. It's an early doors one. So I just think if Stoke come out the blocks and they go at teams like Coventry, there's no reason why you can't get something there. I mean, my heart says it'll be a draw, and I just don't want to lose. I'll take an away point.
You go for a point. Sam, what are you going for against Coventry then? A point? No points?
I'd take a point all day long, but I think, as we've both mentioned there, that Coventry are on a really good run. It's going to be a difficult game. I can see us losing, but I'll take a point.
So you guys are going 1 point. I don't think we'll get anything. I might be negative, but I just don't think we will. I think Coventry they are flying at the minute.
Well, Middlesbrough hadn't won in 5 games. So
I know, but
you thought we were going to turn them over, but we didn't, did we?
that's true. But then Stoke aren't playing Stoke, so you know.
We beat Swansea and then lose to Middlesbrough, and they were both pretty similar sides.
So the most we think we're all getting is a point against Coventry. We've got Blackburn at home on the 12th of March. That's a midweek one. I think we've got a chance of getting something in that game. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I reckon we'll win that one.
I mean, you look at where Coventry are in the table as of now. Coventry, Blackburn are in the table as of now. They're on 52 points. You know, they're not. They are fighting for stuff. They are fighting for the playoffs. That could be a tricky affair. But we've got a home advantage. I'd like to think we get a point.
Would we make the playoffs if we won every game?
Don't start that.
There's a whole glut of teams that could make the playoffs. I think if you exclude the top 3 or 4, I think there's about another 10 sides that can all make it. Technically, anyway, or maybe more. If you're a stats man. But Blackburn at home, I'd like to think we'll turn them over and get 3 points.
So,
that's my prediction.
okay, I'm going to predict a point for that game. What are you predicting, Sam?
I'm going to predict a 1-0 win.
So you
Sam
boys,
Gallagher to score against Blackburn.
so you boys have us on 4 points at the minute. I have us on one. That's okay. That's fine. You never know. Right, we're going forward again. We got Millwall at the Den.
Well, they're on a run, but Millwall away, another 12:30 kickoff, which is a bit annoying again. But I think the last 4 or 5 times we've been there, it's always been stalemate. So I'll go for an away point.
I'll go for a point in that game as well. Sam?
I'd like to get a point. Potential loss. Millwall are a good team, but yeah, point.
So you boys are on 5.
Got to be a point. We don't like the manager, do we?
I'm on 2. QPR at home. Queen's Park Rangers at home. I'm actually going to stick my neck out now and say a win for that game. I actually think we might win that one. Anyone else?
Sam?
I think we will lose that one.
What makes you say that, Sam? They're currently sat in the middle of the table. They're on 44 points. They've lost both their last 2 games.
Because Stoke are good at losing games. And I think they'll be due a loss if they've had a few points in a row. So I think they'll probably lose that game.
Well, that's one I'm going to say we'll win. Now, QPR are a funny side. We can be 2 up there and end up 2 apiece or losing 3-2. They always seem to come back and bite us. They're a side that shoot from outside the box and it generally goes in. Just look at the last historic games, even though the away match down there should have been 3 points to us because we had a Janot goal disallowed for no
Yeah,
particular reason.
I remember that.
So, we lost 2 points. I'm going to stick my nose out. That's a 3-pointer. It's a home match. We've got to win it.
Yeah, I think we can win that. So hang on, I've lost track of the maths now. So what are you boys on? Go on. What Sam?
I'm an eight.
You're still on 5.
I'm an
Alan's
eight.
Alan's bumped up to 8. I've gone to 5 now because I've gone with that win. So I'm on 5. Keep track of your own scores, right? Because I will lose track. I will absolutely lose track. Okay. Preston North End away at Deepdale. That might be harder than you think. Preston.
Lot.
They're one of these teams that just, I don't know, they just seem to
They're
grind out results.
No, they're Sam and Max. They're another one of these teams that are hit and miss, aren't they? We've been there and we've got, we've been Dick, we've been there and we scored last minute winner. So I think going with my current form, it's another away point.
Yeah, I'd go with a point. I like that prediction, Sam.
I'm going with a loss for that one. Another tough away game.
Okay, so Sam's you're still stuck on 5, yeah? I've now overtaken you. I think 6. I was leading ahead on 9.
That's because I'm an optimist, Max.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm somewhere in between an optimist and a realist. Um, no, Luton Town at home on the Tuesday. It's an evening kickoff. Big game, 6-pointer. Are we going to win that? I don't want to jinx it. I don't know.
Win. I'm
Going
going
for
to
a
win on
win.
that one. Yeah, definitely going for a win on that.
I'm going for draw actually. I'll go for a draw.
That's
I think Luton are going to be scrapping like hell.
well, they may well be, but so should we. And we threw away the game at Kenilworth Road, if you remember rightly, early in the season. So I'm going to say we're going to win that. That'll take me to 12 points.
So you're on 12 there, Al. I've gone for a point now. Put me on 7. Sam, you've
I'm
now
on 8.
you jumped me to 8. Okay, well, we'll see how we go by the end. Cardiff away. That's going to be a tough game. Oh, is that a win?
Draw.
The draw. Al.
Cardiff away, I'd like to think we'd beat them, to be honest. It's another one of those games, isn't it? They're like QPR, they're like Lutons. There were games that we can be comfortably ahead and end up drawing or losing.
Did we draw with them when they came to us last?
Let me just have a look. Cardiff, 2 apiece.
We drew to them
Yeah.
in the cup and we went to penalties.
2 apiece.
That's right.
December in the league.
And it was a draw in the league as well. I can see us. I'll be honest with you. I can see them maybe turning us over in Cardiff.
Weren't very good.
No, I know, but neither were we.
And either. We still managed to score 3 goals, but we let 3 in. And don't forget, we've got a slightly better defence now. We've got people back from injury. Hopefully, there's no suspensions at that time with sort of 4 games to go at the end of the season. No, I'm sticking my neck out. I'm going to go above the point tally that I said we'd get. I'm now on 15 points.
You're on 15. Okay, I'm Mr. Negative. I don't think we'll beat them. I think we might even lose that game. It's a tough game away to Cardiff. There'll be again. This is one of them battles where they'll just be throwing everything on the line. Fans will be like well behind them. It's going to be really hard. I don't know if we'll beat Cardiff away. I'm going to actually say no on that one, unfortunately. Sam?
I was draw, so I'm on 9.
Right, okay. So I'm on, what was I can't even forget what I was on 7 or 8. I'm on 8, I think. Right, if not, I've gained a point from somewhere. Right, Sheffield Wednesday at home on the Friday, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'd like to think we can get something out of that game. Again, they're one of these teams that they're currently 13th in the league, 3 losses. I'd like to think we could maybe even beat them. That would be nice.
I
Anyone
reckon
else?
we will draw that one as well, which takes my total up to 10.
Okay, so you think a draw for that one? Al, what are you thinking?
Um, they did us 2-0 at that place, didn't they? And they threw everything at us, including the kitchen sink, even though the referee was dubious for that game, if I recall. I'm going to say a point. I'll hope for a draw, home draw.
Home draw.
I'm
Okay.
now on
I,
16. And that's
I think we'll win that.
okay.
So that puts me on what? Did that put me on 11 or
Yeah.
I lost track? Okay, right, okay.
You're on 11 because you lost the last one. I'm on 16, and I think Sam's on 0.
Then we've got Leeds away. Then we got Leeds away. Nothing from that game for me.
Well, this is where I step in. Let's spoil the party. The wheels are already starting to fall off. They fell off last week. They're going to fall off next week, and let's hope they spoil the party. And if they finish third, they won't go up. I just don't want them to go up automatically. Having said that, they'll come straight back down again. I'm going to say we're going to beat them at Ellen Road.
Okay, Al, you honestly think we'll beat Leeds away?
We've done them there many times, and we're the only club to have ever beaten by. We're the only club to have beaten Leeds United in history by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 goal tallies. So, I went there and we did them before. We did them in the cup there a couple of seasons back. I think we'll spoil their party.
Blooming heck, Al. Like fair play to you.
But let's put it like this: we're not playing very well because we've had injuries and we've had mishmash and we've had 3 managers. They don't play very well, but they win games. You've only got to stop them. And if you
but they've
they've got to get 2.
But they're the Leicester of this season, aren't they?
Well, maybe.
They're a Premier League. They're a Premier League outfit. They are.
Nah,
They are. They
I
are.
just think we're all underperforming.
I think that's a bit good. Sam, what do you think? Do you think we'll beat Leeds away?
No.
Do you think we'll draw?
To be completely honest, I don't think we'll beat Leeds away, and that's me still on 10 points, I'm afraid.
We didn't think we'd beat Bolton 5-0 at Wembley, but we did.
Yeah, but that was when we had a good team.
Doesn't matter. We beat
um,
Liverpool 6-1, didn't it? But we did.
Again, that's when we had a good team. Like, don't get me wrong, if we flew in Zonzi in and on Artovich again, yeah, maybe. But like, I don't know. For me, it's enough. But Al, fair play. You think we're going to beat? And what are you on now, Al?
16, I think.
16, so I'm on about 11. Sam, you're on.
You're on 16. No, 18. I'm on. Sorry, I'm on.
I say you're ahead.
Past my 15 points.
Sheffield United are coming to ours home game on the 26th. This is the penultimate game of the season. I can see us getting a point that game. Weirdly.
That's another loss for me, I'm afraid.
I can't think of anything better than turning over Cannon, Tyrese Campbell, and Clark.
I would absolutely love for that to happen.
Oh, exactly.
Sheffield, they are quite good at drawing games.
Don't they? They're allowed to spend money and wear red and white stripes. We can wear the shirts, but we're not allowed to spend any money. Look, they're buying all our players that used to score goals.
Well, we spent all our money in previous seasons, and we didn't really spend it wisely, did we?
Yeah,
we didn't really spend it wisely. Okay, so Al, what are you going for? Come on, what are you going for?
love to beat them. I'm like, whether I can see it or not. Look, I watched the Leeds at Sheffield game, and for the first half, I thought Sheffield were going to turn Leeds over. They went 1-0 up with that Tyrese knocking, and they could have had 3 or 4 against Leeds United, but they threw the towel in, and Leeds, turned it on a little bit. And I think they put too much energy. We put energy, you can get that first goal. Look, I'll say a point.
Okay, a point. I do actually got a feeling, I just got a weird feeling we might draw that game. Sam, you're going 9. You still on 10 points, Sam? Have you moved up?
I'm still on 10.
Okay, I think I'm still on 11. Al's on 36.
Remember, we're playing 4 games in a fortnight there, or if you like, 3 games in a week.
Well,
again, Wednesday, United and Leeds.
Last game of the season is going to be very important, though, isn't it, Max?
Last game of the season, Derby County. Derby County away. Derby County away. It's the last game of the season. Come on, what are you thinking?
I went the last time we played Derby away and we lost 1-0. I think we need to go to Derby this time and get a win, I'm going for a win on the last game of the season. Stoke are usually quite good on the last game of the season. If you look at the records for Stoke's final games of the season, I don't think we've lost one in however many years. So, yeah, I'm going for a 2-0 win against Derby. Last game of the season takes me up to 13 points and Stoke avoid relegation.
Okay. Al?
It's another one of those clubs that I despise, and you're sort of almost in the middle, aren't you? Half of your town goes to Derby County, I would imagine, and the other
We
half.
don't tend to see that many Derby fans, to be honest.
I saw two in the chip shop on Saturday night after the Watford game.
Did you?
I thought I was going to spot. I thought I was going to spot Sam in there, but
He's been in there already.
I stopped there for me too, mate. I found it now.
He's had his battered cod.
No, look, Derby, another one of them horrible little teams, aren't they? I've been there many times, seen us get turned over. Even remember
Right.
Rooney coming on and scoring a pile driver, which really upset me. But I think last game of the season, it's not going to matter either way, I don't think, because I'm at 18 points now. I'm going to say a win and we're going to get 21 points between the season. But we've got players coming back. We've got no injuries. We're doing all right.
Hey, okay, so Al's finishing his total on 21 points. I haven't given my prediction for the last game.
Now, Max?
I'd like.
What's the points total now?
Hang on, we'll get to that. So you're on 21, I think.
Yeah.
I'm on. I haven't given a prediction for the last game because I was on 11. I think we might. I think we'll draw the last game. Well, so 12 points for me. And Sam thinks we'll win the last game. Well, it's 13 points for him, right, Sam?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So okay. So let's have a look at the table and see what that does to the current table. So at present, Stoke are on 36. So on 36 points, and Sam, we'll start with you. So what were you on again, Sam? What did you say?
It'll be 13, so I'll be on 49.
So you'll be on 49, Sam. So you reckon 49 points. I said 12, so that'll put me on 48. And Al, what was yours again?
I'm going to finish on 57 points.
So Al's finishing on 57 points. Blooming heck, Al, that's good going.
It is good going, but you've got to remember, look, Sam's been quite, well, not negative, he's his opinion, but if we get, I'm only saying we'll win 2 more games and a draw more than Sam.
I think is the lowest prediction was mine. Do we think that even with the lowest prediction of 40,
Did you
48?
not say two? Well, did you not say 2 teams over the last 2 or 3 years have gone down with less than 50 points?
Birmingham went down with 50 points.
50. Somebody else on 40 something.
And the rest is a lot less than that.
Is it? Right, okay. So I'm saying we need more than 50 points.
So 50 points for Birmingham was last season. Now 50 points is the highest total of, like I said, of the last couple of seasons. If we go to the 2022 and 2021 season, if my computer's frozen, but let's just go to it now. So the 22-23 season, the points that went down was 44. And that was Reading. And I think that's higher than the season before. So I think all our predictions are having us safe. Is that right? Am I right, chaps? Please, someone else step in. I'm not sure my maths is correct.
Yeah, it does. It makes us safe on the numbers, Max. But I'm always the optimistic pessimist, and I really don't want us to go down to Division 1. If we did, we'd do it Birmingham, wouldn't we? I would imagine, or I'd hope so. But let's just keep us in this league. I think 57 will keep us probably just below mid-table because everyone's fighting for their lives, and it's such a crunch of teams that could all finish on 40 plus.
From the bottom of the table, Derby are currently bottom of the table on 29 points. And then let's go up to let's not go over 40. And so you've got all the way up to 17th in Portsmouth, right? So Portsmouth on 39. So 3 points for Stoke, and say Pompey don't get a win, and we leapfrog Pompey on goal difference.
Yeah.
So that kind of that band of teams. It's quite tight down there, And I think that the teams, especially teams below us. I mean, you look at Derby; they're on a dreadful run.
I
Plymouth,
think they've gone. I
much
think
better.
Derby have gone. They're a certain. I think Luton are going to go as well. I think
Well,
that's,
Luton did win their last match.
yeah, yeah.
Though obviously I don't know. It's tight. This is a really interesting one, Stoke fans. If you're watching this, let us know in the comments what you think. We've all given our predictions there. We've all given our points table, right? What do you all think? Put it in the comments. Say, right, I think Stoke will get this amount of points. I think we'll stay up, or you might not think that. But like, let us know what you honestly think we need. I've seen on Facebook people putting 50 points. We need 50 points. 50 points. There hasn't been anything 50 points for ages. I think the other one was 2019, 20. Charlton went down with like 48 points, maybe. That was the last time. Um, yeah, I'd like to think I'd like to think with those points that we've just said, we can just about avoid the drop.
Well, look, I don't want to see my football club get relegated like you guys don't. And that's no. Well, look, there's people I sit near in the south stand. Oh, we're down, we're doomed, we're rubbish, we're this, that, and the other. We're never going to win. We're falling, bad management, and you just get it week in, week out. Got to get behind the team. Crowd got behind the team against Watford. The atmosphere was electric, and like I say, the only thing missing was a goal. We should have won that game on well, not on principle, but on the way we played. Brought the energy and everything. We defended well when we had to, but missed a couple of chances. We had a good header near the end, which we thought was going to loop in, but just need to score goals, don't we? Goals win matches, and that's what we've lacked. Cannon was great. Al Hamadi put one in at Hull. I'd like to see him now he's back play more than 60 minutes.
hmm
He's not afraid to run at people. He's got
No, he's got a bit of energy and bite about him. He's got a bit of energy and bite about him, hasn't he? I think that myself, I wouldn't class myself as negative or over particularly positive. I always try and tell like I see it. I think that Stoke. I think Stoke. I said at the start of the season that I would have been happy if Stoke got mid-table, because last season was a relegation battle at the end of the season. But not the last couple of games where we started playing really well up to that point. And I think this season we're there again. And I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be, but
Mate,
I think
we've
we're
had it
fight hard.
for the last 8 years, mate. Since we got relegated out of the Premier League, we've had it season after season. He's going to be a good manager. He's mediocre. He's a good man. They've all been clowns. So I think you could say O'Neill might have had a little section where he performed quite well. But if you look at the stats, I mean, even the last three managers, Robbins is the worst one we've had in terms of point gain. And yet
Well,
he's probably the best manager. He's probably the only manager compared. But we all like Schumacher, didn't we? He ain't coming back. We've got Robbins. Just get behind him. Get behind the lads on a Saturday. Shout your hearts out. And just hope the team responds, because that's what it's all about. It's the passion that we've got for our club that's lacking sometimes on the park, and that's why we boo sometimes at the end, because we're just so disappointed with our beloved club.
what do you want to see between now and the end? What do you want to see? Sorry, Al. What do you want to see between now and the end of the season, Sam? Just to bring you in before we wrap up.
I want to see the team put in passion in like we normally do at the end of the season.
Like
We're
Al
in a
says.
position we're in a position where if we don't, things could get messy, but we need to avoid that. And I'd like to see a bit of pride, bit of wanting to wear the shirt, wanting to show what we can do for potentially for next season, because Robbins has made it clear that he's not happy with the team. And a few of them players should be worried about if they're going to even be wearing a Stoke shirt next season. So I'd like to see him try and put a bit of a shift in.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a fair few of them coming out of contract as well, haven't we? Right, boys. I much appreciate. We both appreciate Al, you coming on the show, mate. Really do. Good to have you back, man. We'll get you back on more frequently. And thanks just for coming on and giving your thoughts. And if you're at the game, if you're at the stadium, keep an eye out for Al's flags on the stand, in the south stand on the back, shining bright. I think it's nice to see him there, and that's my opinion. I'm sure it's everyone else's opinion as well.
Just before you go, Max, just to touch on that, on the social media on FB, there is the Stoke City FC flag page which I'm running. We've got over 1,100 members at the moment.
Right.
And if you've got a flag, send me it and I'll put it on the page. Simple as that.
There you go. If you've got a flag and you want it posted on Facebook, what's the name of the Facebook page, Al?
Stoke City FC flags.
There you go. That's very straightforward, isn't it? Really? Does what it says on the flag. Right. Okay. Gentlemen, thanks very much. Thanks for giving your predictions. What do you think, Stoke fans? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget, please, like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate all these likes, and we really appreciate all these subscriptions as well. It helps to keep the channel going. Even if you're watching it on TV, create an account. Go on. Dare you. Pause the thing, create an account, and give even if you subscribe to nobody else, just subscribe to Stoke Fan TV and be
Why would you subscribe to anybody else?
Exactly. There's nothing else. There's never nothing good on TV apart from Stoke Fan TV. Right, okay, boys. It's been a pleasure, and we'll do the rounds. It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from them too.
Oh, look at that. He's done it before. Right, okay. And we will see you all on another podcast episode of Stoke Fan TV. Boom.